And now we are going directly without a pause to the Ask the Expert. Expert is here, Frank, about not as written on the agenda about forms. Someone was too lazy to update the agenda. When we find the person, we will have a nice talk with him. It's actually about output management. So ask the expert about output management. So has anyone questions about output management, or did someone prepare a question about subscript? Wow.
It's a hard break now. But e-invoicing is also output management, so maybe some questions here.
We have questions. Muss nur noch ich hinlaufen.
I have one question. I don't know if this is exactly about output management, but this is more regarding Adobe Forms and the way in on-premise systems. So there's currently in our company the big discussion to migrate to Adobe Forms, but one thing we have in mind is this Forms and the server and XDA or XSA, I don't know.
XSA, yeah.
XSA, which SAP either says, okay, go to SAP BTP, pay per 1,000 documents, or wait until we have a solution for on-premise. And my question is, do you or someone else here has more information when this solution will come to on-premise? Mm-hmm. Because the last information we had was it will come near 2026. Now it's 2027, maybe next year it's 2028, or it's coming never, and we have to pay per 1,000 documents. And this is more like a experimental question here to everyone.
Yeah. I hope I have the answer, or I know I have the answer. What is now June? In April on the DSHG, there was the keynote from Philipp Herzig, CTO of SAP, and he told us it will come in Q1 2027 latest.
Okay.
That's a short answer.
Let's see.
But just a second. I have prepared a little presentation.
You have prepared a little presentation about a question you were not informed before.
This presentation.
What's going on? This is some kind of scam.
Maybe I can, answer some questions before they occur with this presentation.
Yes, my experience with the new usage of the new output management with BRF Plus and the new Adobe Forms with OData interface instead of classical ABAP interface is not so really good usable on-premise or private cloud system because it's not usable in all areas. So, for example, delivery nodes are not affected for it. What is the recommendation about using new output management and forms in on-premise or private cloud edition?
Yeah, that's a not so easy to answer question, and I'm not from SAP. I can't recommend what SAP will do. From my point of view, you have to divide it. You have some applications in S/4HANA which were newly created, like the service module, for example, and say you have no other chance to use the new output control. You don't have NAST. I guess NAST will, most of you, tell something. It's the Nachrichtensteuerung, or called message control. In other areas like SD, MM, which are use almost every company, also SAP has a recommendation you don't have to touch it because there are a lot of condition entries. For example, you all have to move to BRF Plus if you want to change the output control, the output logic, let's say like this, yeah. And come back to both questions, because I created, it was the idea of Søren, yeah? I created a playlist on Spotify. You can enter here where we have episode 20. It's about, it is from Monday. We published it on Monday. It's about the topic with the ADS on HANA XSA. It's unfortunately in German.
But with help of AI, we can
maybe
somehow translate it.
Maybe, and there we give information about this presentation, which was on DSAG Technology Days in April. And the other question, maybe we can answer with this episode number 11 from last year, where we told about the new output control versus NAST. What are the recommendations maybe? Because one big thing for me is at the moment, output control has no native connection to Archive Link. There's no Archive Link implementation. And I guess this is a big lag at the moment. And most of the time when I tell this our customers, they say, okay, I stay with NAST. Where possible, yeah. But you have to know you have new modules like services, or I guess the Ausschreibungsmodule in MM. You don't have other chances. You have to use a new output control.
Hi, Frank. So I was about to ask a question, but you just already mentioned that the archive link connection is not there in output management, because we are facing a similar challenge there. Because earlier with NAST, we were able to automatically attach the document, the printed document to the document, and it was in the repository, whether it's open text or something. But similar thing we are not able to achieve without any custom development in output management. So I thought you might have some solution, but you just said there is no archive link connection with output management, right?
So what was the question? If we have a solution for this lack of...
Yeah.
No, not at the moment.
Yes, okay, thanks.
Someone else?
Thanks, Frank, for the presentation. So my two questions. First is regarding the performance. Were there some performance issues regarding the data volume for a single customer, or different customers are processing in parallel? And second, is integration suite, the event mesh, involved in this process or not? So that's my question. Yeah.
You mean our invoicing solution? Yeah. Event mesh, no. We at the moment we rely on the IDOC we get, and that's all. And performance tests are still outstanding.
Yeah.
We have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Thanks.
But at the moment we don't have any issues with the performance. Yeah.
One question from my side, if I see something like XMLs, e-invoicing, it reminds me of the Nota Fiscal Electronica in Brazil. And that's a solution from SAP, for instance. And if this is a legal requirement, what is the risk that SAP at one day will say they're going to offer something like this also as a service or as a standard product?
Yes, they have already a product.
Yeah.
The document and reporting compliance tool, which is from a technology point of view a mixture between on-premise part, where you have to have notes to implement, for example, if they're coming new things, and they have also a BTP part to send the documents. And I would say this is a big flagship solution. We are focusing on an easy process, easy to integrate, and I guess this is our goal, to have an easy to implement and also updating solution, because we have only one code line on Steampunk. Yes, it's a great advantage. Yeah, we don't have to deliver some transports to our customers and so on.
I know your unique selling point, and that point is that it's just easier to implemented from a customer's perspective.
Yeah, and if you have a look, there are other solutions like Seeburger. I guess Seeburger know a lot of you. The customers I know who have a Seeburger implementation, for example, they have to do the implementation in their own system and enhance the IDOC. Yeah, you have a lot of segments for Hungary, for Poland, for Germany. You have, and you don't have an overview and custom development. Yeah, and that's what we don't want to have. We want to establish everything on Steampunk, and the data which are not in the IDOC, we get via BAPI, for example.
So if you want to have a plug-and-play solution, somewhere else? In the back.
So if I may ask about this invoicing solution. So you mentioned that you sent out iDocs, but to the best of my knowledge, Steampunk does not process iDocs by default. Is there some middleware involved?
No. The middleware we implemented, so we get an iDoc XML and we deserialize it, or how is the right word? So we make from the XML, we fill our structures, our tables with a RAP generator, and that's all, yeah. So we receive an XML which includes the invoice data.
Okay,
no middleware and no integration suite or other add-ons you need.
Someone else? Don't be shy.
Hi. How are you processing items parallelly? Is it something that BTP is able to handle, or is it something that you're customizing with your code?
I didn't understand the term.
How are you processing items parallelly? Like
Items?
parallel processing.
What means parallel? The normal process will be we get this data via XML and we save it in the first step in our database. That's the first step. Then the connection is, let's say, closed to the backend system, and then we have some jobs, say running, let's say every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes, who are doing the next step and the next step and the next step since everything is completed. This demo we had, the jobs were very regular to have it in the demo. Yeah. Normally, it will take maybe 15 minutes if the whole process is done, because we have to care about what is if our partner system is not available. Yeah, then we have to retry it. For example, is this the answer of the question, or?
I mean, invoices. You might be generating multiple invoices at the same time, right? So, like, how are you handling it? That's what.
Yeah, let's say if you have a job which runs at night, 10 o'clock in the night, which creates 1,000 invoices in the backend system. Then we will receive 1,000 iDocs, and one after another, we process and
So no parallel process.
Yeah, no parallel.
Serial process.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Thank you.
But that's also a very good question about processing times. And so it's a multi-tenancy solution. So it's your Steampunk. So if you now have like 200 customers on different clients, how do you do your sizing that it's still good for you? I mean, you still have to do a sizing for your worst customer in that case. Or do you plan to separate maybe in the low volume customers and the high volume customers into different Steampunk
That's
environments?
maybe an option. We will see at the beginning, of course, we will have one production system, and the number of the clients is also restricted. And there's always the option to have another production system, which costs, of course, more money, but it's scalable. And this is also, I would say, the good news about the multi-tenancy concept, scalability.
So I saw you sending an iDocs from a customer system to e-invoice. So if there is a encryption requirement from a customer, so how do you handle those encryption? Is it been handled right now in your solution?
You mean
So
XML
invoice
is
has a
encrypted?
pricing. Sorry.
Do you mean if how we encrypt the XML?
Yeah,
or-
how you encrypt the XML and send it back to your BTP environment?
We don't send it back to the. I'm not sure if I understood you right.
Yeah. So some of the customers has a requirement of not showing the details what required. So they generally encrypt the message of XML and send it to probably e-invoice, and you can decrypt and process accordingly and send it to your legal entities or whatever legal systems.
I don't know at the moment, to be honest.
Okay.
But I will take this question with me.
Yeah.
Only one question, yeah?
I got inspired. Maybe this question is a little bit sensitive, which is cost. So actually also follow-up question. So what I can imagine is we have the single code line, which is an advantage. So we can have a big profit margin. But another side, at the beginning phase, the HANA database and also the ABAP unit, are they still expensive or they are affordable for partners?
You mean in the not productive environment or development tests? And
Yeah,
so on?
so the cost perspective, so it's
I would say we as a partner, there are good conditions to start with the development and so on. It's not a big amount.
okay.
But you have to be partner to get these conditions, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And this is system hibernation I talked about. It's very easy because we have a build system. You need it maybe once in a quarter to build the product. The other time you don't need it, so you can have a downtime, which costs you not so much.
And who is paying the cost for HANA database? So
It's included, yeah.
It's
In
included
Steampunk.
in so partner solution from you or the customer, the real customers?
Yes, the real customer pays for the productive environment a part, yeah.
So including the HANA database, ABAP unit, the Steampunk.
Yeah. He don't know that it's a HANA database, and he should not know it.
Yeah. So it depends
It
also
doesn't matter
on,
for him, yeah.
on their own data volume. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's about the data volume, the amount of invoices.
So I would also say we are getting to an end of this after the expert session, or if someone still wants to raise his hand, has a question. Because I would also say very nice presentation, and we really have an expert here, but I think it was not about output management, it was more about multi-tenancy, so maybe the next time you should ask Frank Jensch, is he here? No? He's outside?
He was here.
To also give his multi-tenancy talk again. I think that would really be a great benefit or addition to ABAPConf. And I think one part of the multi-tenancy, I may be corrected from some SAP employees now, but if this is done correctly by you guys, software, you could also offer, I think, almost the same coding as an add-on that a customer can use it and install it in their own Steampunk environment.
That's the so-called installable product,
And I think you have to change almost nothing on your coding.
As far as I know, we don't have to care about special things, but at the moment it's not in our focus to do this. I guess you have to, then you have the sub-store involved and SAP involved about the money and so on. And as far as I understood it, we last week in Wiesloch, DSAG, Arbeitskreis Development, we discussed about it, that we have to say which are the released objects where the customer can make extensions. Yeah? So we have to do something that it's extensible, and yeah, maybe in future we will use it. We will see. But at the moment, we focus on the multi-tenant part. And as far as I know, it's not released at the moment with the installable product. But it's not long time ago away.
So maybe next year we have a different talk from you. Bringing it to an add-on installation. So, and I would say it's almost lunchtime. Jörg is not visible, so I guess the caterer arrived. We will be back at, I just looked it up, but already forgot it. 13:30, that's 90 minutes for lunch, and we will be back with an SAP talk about Joul's ABAP developer capabilities and ABAP developer tools. Again, next time, please, shorter titles. And that was, give a huge applause again to Frank. Also to Søren, he was also speaking a little bit. Thank you very much, and we are now going into lunchtime, so the stream is out.